The indoor pool was almost empty that night, which already felt strange for New Year's Eve. Most people were busy with parties, dinners, countdowns, and plans made weeks in advance. She chose the pool instead, escaping expectations and noise, trading dresses and heels for a swimsuit in water. The air inside was warm, foggy, and quiet, the kind of quiet that wraps around you gently. Christmas decorations still hung near the entrance, a small tree, silver garlands, blinking lights reflected softly on the water's surface. It didn't feel festive in a loud way. It felt peaceful, like the world had paused just long enough to breathe. He arrived for the same reason, though he didn't know how to explain it even to himself. He had cancelled his plans an hour earlier, suddenly tired of pretending to celebrate. Swimming had always helped him reset, especially when time felt heavy. When he stepped into the pool area, he noticed her almost immediately slow, steady strokes, moving with purpose but without rush. They didn't speak at first. They shared the space, the steam, the rhythm of water against tiles. Outside, fireworks were probably already starting somewhere, but inside, time moved differently. They ended up sharing a lane when the lifeguard asked to close half the pool early. Swimming side by side felt natural, almost symbolic. Matching pace, adjusting distance, breathing in sync without meaning to. At the wall, they rested, holding the edge, exchanging a small smile. He joked that this was the calmest New Year's Eve he'd ever had. She laughed and said she didn't even know what time it was anymore. That honesty opened something between them. Conversation came easily after that, about why they chose the pool, about how overwhelming the holidays could feel, about how strange it was that New Year always demanded joy on his schedule. As midnight approached, the pool lights dimmed slightly, and soft music played through hidden speakers. The lifeguard announced that anyone still swimming could stay until after the countdown. They floated on their backs, side by side, watching reflections of lights ripple across the ceiling. When the clock somewhere outside struck 12, there were no fireworks inside, no shouting, no glasses clinking. Just water, warmth, and two people quietly welcoming a new year without pressure. He wished her a happy new year, softly, like it was something fragile. She wished him the same. Afterward, they sat on the edge of the pool, feet in the water, towels around their shoulders. They talked about intentions instead of resolutions. About wanting more calm, more presence, fewer performances. Before leaving, he asked if she wanted to swim together again sometime, not necessarily on a holiday, just on a normal day. She smiled and said yes, realizing how right this felt, a beginning that didn't arrive with noise or spectacle. Later, each of them would remember that New Year not for fireworks or parties, but for water and silence. For choosing something different. For starting the year not by counting down, but by slowing down. And sometimes, that's the best way to begin anything new. The days after New Year's Eve felt lighter than expected. Life returned to its usual pace of work, messages, responsibilities, but something inside both of them had shifted. They exchanged a few texts at first, nothing dramatic, just small check-ins that carried the same calm as the night at the pool. There was no urgency, no pressure to turn the moment into something bigger than it was. That was part of what made it feel safe. When they finally met again at the pool a week later, it felt less like a second meeting and more like a continuation of something already in motion. This time, the pool was busier, louder, more ordinary. Yet when they swam together, the noise faded into the background. They didn't rush through laps. They didn't compete. They moved with awareness, comfortable in each other's presence. After swimming, they sat on the benches near the lockers, hair damp, skin warm, talking about small things that slowly became important. She spoke about how the holidays used to make her anxious, how expectations always felt heavier than joy. He admitted that the new year often reminded him of everything he hadn't done yet. Saying it out loud made it less powerful, less sharp. As winter continued, swimming together became a quiet ritual. Sometimes they talked a lot, sometimes barely at all. Some days they met outside the pool to coffee afterward, slow walks, shared meals that didn't feel planned but always felt right. What they were building didn't rely on excitement or novelty. It relied on consistency, on choosing the same calm space again and again. The pool remained their anchor, a place where time slowed and honesty came easier. One evening, months later, they found themselves swimming alone again, the pool nearly empty, lights reflecting softly on the water just like that first night. She mentioned how strange it was that her favorite New Year's memory now involved no countdown, no celebration, no crowd. He smiled and said maybe that was the point. They floated there for a moment, side by side, letting the water hold them, understanding something without needing to say it. Not every beginning needs noise. Some grow quietly, steadily, the way water moves, always forward, always present, always real.